Leamse Izquierdo is a self-described Cuban urban artist, says he's here legally, is a permanent resident, but last week he was arrested for a violent incident, and tonight he talks to us from inside that detention center.
Soy Leamse la figura.
Leamse Izquierdo on the phone describing what it's like inside the so-called Alligator Alcatraz. Says he's been at the detention facility out in the Everglades since Friday.
Aquí no hay agua para uno bañarse.
No water to bathe, he says. It's been 4 days since he showered. 400 people he believes are inside the facility.
Te dan comida una sola al día, comida que ha traído hasta gusano.
Only gets fed once a day, he says, and some of the food had worms. Detention center lights are on 24/7.
Los mosquitos parecen elefantes.
The mosquitoes, he says, are the size of elephants.
Don't shoot me!
Él es residente permanente, sí.
Izquierdo's partner, Katia, says he's a permanent resident who was arrested last week. First taken to TGK, then to Miramar, and finally to the Everglades facility.
Good morning, sir. You speak English?
No.
Here is Izquierdo in bond court last Thursday.
You're charged with aggravated assault with deadly weapon and battery.
The police report says it all has to do with a violent dispute with a tow company worker who was trying to repossess a jet ski. Now back to the call.
No te sacan afuera aunque sea un minuto con el aire.
Complaints they're not allowed to go outside and the tents are freezing.
No creo que eso sea de humano, tener a personas en esas condiciones.
Izquierdo's girlfriend says these are not humane conditions and the tents are freezing.
I need you to hear this. Alligator Auschwitz has been open for 5 days. I am Leamse La Figura. We've been here at Alcatraz since Friday. There's over 400 people here. There's no water to take a bath. It's been 4 days since I've taken a bath. They only brought me a meal once a day, and it had maggots. They never take off the lights for 24 hours. The mosquitoes are as big as elephants.
And the tents are freezing.
A phone call from detainees was shared on Instagram, on the Instagram account for Cuban reggaeton artist Leamse La Figura. He was arrested last week in Miami on assault charges, and he says he was transferred to Alligator Alcatraz. During the call, which was entirely in Spanish, detainees claim they do not have access to water, that they're being given inadequate or moldy food, and they're also being denied religious rights. Listen.
Aquí no hay agua para uno bañarse.
Here there is no water for anyone to bathe. It's been 4 days since anyone has bathed. There's nothing to brush your teeth. They keep the lights on 24/7. The mosquitoes are the size of elephants.
And the tents are freezing.
What are you doing, babe?
Last week, Florida's Alligator Alcatraz welcomed its first round of migrants into the haphazard facility. And like we all expected, it is not fit for human confinement. So CBS News Miami spoke with detainees at the facility, and they claim that they are enduring inhumane conditions, including a lack of access to good water, inadequate food, and the denial of religious rights. So here is some of the things that what the detainees are saying. One detainee, a Cuban reggaeton singer, Lamsey La Figura, who was arrested on assault charges, told CBS Miami, "We've been here at Alcatraz since Friday. There's over 400 people here. There's no water to take a bath. It's been 4 days since I've taken a bath. They only brought a meal once a day and it had maggots. They never take off the lights for 24 hours. The mosquitoes are as big as elephants."
And the tents are freezing.
We're not going to throw these people out to the alligators as punishment. It just happens to be alligators and pythons. They surround this area. But these people are insane. They're insane. They just lie and grandstand. They don't tell us the truth. They don't care.
The mosquitoes, he says, are the size of elephants. And the tents are freezing.